Hey Blush fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video, we are going over the long-awaited pre-order that I placed for the new Rogue Neon collection that was released, was it about a month ago? It might have been about a month ago. So if you don't know the story, basically Latanya of Lacquer to Lashes strong-armed the maker of Rogue to create this collection, and she originally released it as a pre-order, and if you ordered the pre-order it came with this beautiful iridescent bag as well as a topper for neons. This is called Desert Sun. This is the UV protecting top coat that came with the pre-order. Now as far as I understand it, this collection will be available either still or again. I'm not too sure which, but if you order it without the pre-order, it doesn't come with a top coat and I don't think it comes with a bag, but you can still, at least as far as I'm aware, eventually get the set again. So I figured we would go ahead and swatch these. I did start to swatch them and realized that they're actually pretty close to being a one coater. So I figured I would just swatch them all live for you so you could see 1 and 2 coats of each color. And then I have the 4 other colors that I got at the same time. I ended up getting 3 of their limited edition small batches, and then this beautiful pink one is another color for Latanya's birthday a couple of months ago. So we'll take a look at that one after we do the swatching. So let's go ahead and first take a look at the neon collection. So this is the Neon Hot Mess Express collection, and the first one is this beautiful like dark watermelon pink called Spicy Disaster. This one I think is the closest to being a red. In fact, on camera it is looking quite red, although in person it has that watermelon pinky red coloration going on. So there it is in its one coat. As you can see, it's pretty opaque in just a single coat. So if you have shorter nails, especially if you have no visible nail line whatsoever, you'd probably be just fine. So we'll go ahead and take a peek at a second coat here once I've done a first coat of all of the other colors. There's one coat of Spicy Disaster. The next one is a bright but darker pink, and this is Your Hot Mess is Showing. And this is a really beautiful summer color. I mean, all of these are summer colors. We're looking at a summer neon collection, but it is a beautiful color. They are all in a cream formula, and as neons, they will dry to somewhat of a plasticky, mattified texture. So we will take a look at that as well before I add top coat, but let's go ahead and see this one swatched. So as you can see in one coat, it is pretty opaque. I mean, that is really opaque. So this one hasn't fully dried yet, but there is one coat of Your Hot Mess is Showing. Next up is our second pink, and this is I'm the Problem, It's Me. And just to compare in the bottle to Your Hot Mess is Showing, they are pretty close to each other in the bottle, but I think if I'm remembering correctly when Latanya did the swatches, they are different on the nail. So we're going to see that here in a second, but there they are in the bottle. I think you can see that there is a slight darker tone to Your Hot Mess is Showing and a bit more of a vibrant, like true neon pink to I'm the Problem, It's Me. So here is one coat of I'm the Problem, It's Me. This one might be ever so slightly sheerer than the other two, but I mean, it's still not a sheer polish. Shorter nails I think would still probably be fine with just a single coat on their nails if you were in a hurry and just wanted to get a little bit of color on your nails, or maybe a lot of bit of color. Very beautiful. So there is one coat of I'm the Problem, It's Me, and then next to it you can see Your Hot Mess is Showing once it's dried. Next up we have the darker shade of orange, and this one is Hot and Bothered. And you guys, this is a beautiful tone of orange. This is kind of a pinky leaning orange. It's not pink. I mean, when you compare it to a pink, it's obviously an orange, but when you compare it to another shade of orange, it has a bit of a pink lean, maybe we'll go with salmon lean. Now on camera I feel like this is coming off very much like a true orange juice orange, and then the next one, which is Everything is Fine, is more of a yellow leaning orange, but in person this has that neon salmony coral lean to it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So here's one coat of that first orange, and oh yes, this is such a beautiful color. Wow. Same formula as the first two. I mean, they're all pretty close. This is another one where I feel like shorter nails for sure would be fine with just a single coat. And again, on camera, at least as I'm filming, it's coming up as just a good old-fashioned plain orange, but trust me, it has that beautiful neon salmon-y coral look to it, and it is such a beautiful color. So that was our first coat of Hot and Bothered. Now moving on to that yellow leaning orange, the lighter shade is Everything is Fine. And this is a beautiful shade of orange as well. This one, like I mentioned before when we were comparing it to this, it's a little bit more yellow leaning, but not as much as I feel like it's coming off on camera. This one, let's see, compared to Orly's Tangerine Dream, which is definitely a yellow orange. I think there you can see how much oranger Everything is Fine actually is by comparison to a much more yellow leaning yellow orange. Here's one coat. Yeah, this is another beautiful color. That is vibrant and juicy. All of these definitely have that neon flare to them, which I know on camera is sometimes hard to capture. It seems like colors like that often get dulled down, but there is Everything is Fine in one coat. Now moving on to our tennis ball yellow green, and this is beautifully chaotic. And this one I would say is kind of right in the middle of the like highlighter yellows and tennis ball green yellows. So for instance, again, I've got another Orly on my summer rack here called Neon Paradise. That one is for sure a green by comparison. And then if you compare it to Color Club's Yellin' Yellow, well, those I feel like on camera are coming off very, very similar. I feel like in person there's a little bit more green to Beautifully Chaotic, but maybe that's just my eyes. I don't know. But there's those two. So let's go ahead and see Beautifully Chaotic swatched. Yeah, I would say it's definitely in the middle. I'm seeing a little bit of both. It definitely is a yellow with a pinch of green or a very yellow leaning green, either way you look at it. But again, a beautiful formula, especially for a yellow and especially for a neon. So again, shorter nails I think would be just fine with a single coat. That is very impressive. So that was one coat of Beautifully Chaotic. Now we're moving into our green, and this one is called Sorry Not Sorry, and this is a vibrant neon green. This one is a true straight up green. I would say compared to, again, I have a lot of the Orly summer collection from a couple of years ago on my summer rack here. Compared to Orly's Plastic Jungle, you can see that blue lean that's in Plastic Jungle, whereas you've got more true green in Sorry Not Sorry. So here is that first coat of Sorry Not Sorry. And again, we have a beautiful formula here. Another basic one coater if you don't have a pretty visible nail line. So that was our first coat of Sorry Not Sorry. And our second green is a beautiful bright summer teal, and this is Perfectly Imperfect. And this one, again, just to compare it to Orly's Plastic Jungle, to see the difference there, you've got a lot more of a teal lean, so you can see the green in Plastic Jungle. So here's that first coat. And again, beautiful formula here. There we go, beautiful color. This one I would say is less neon and more just a nice bright summer color. There's Perfectly Imperfect in one coat. Next up we have our beautiful summer blue, and this is Lukewarm Regards. And this is another beautiful cream formula. You have this bright blue. I know I have a bright blue on my summer rack. I think it's also from Orly called Off the Grid. And by comparison, hopefully on camera anyways, you can see the difference. I feel like on camera, at least on my screen, they're looking virtually identical, but they are different. Off the Grid has more of a dusty, almost periwinkle lean by comparison, where you have a very true bright summer blue in Lukewarm Regards. And then another blue that I have on my summer rack is another Orly called Blue Tango, and that one is a lot darker. I did go ahead and just take off my sweater. That's my house sweater, in case you guys are wondering sometimes why you're seeing sleeves on me. I often just am wearing that around the house because it's nice and cozy. but it is a warmer day here. I think we're supposed to reach the 80s. So here's one coat of Lukewarm Regards. Oops, it looks like I got a little bit too much on the brush there. Another beautiful formula. This one I would say should also be pretty nice on shorter nails with just a single coat. You can see that beautiful formula there. Such a lovely color. This is one of those shades that I've been really loving for summer as well. A bright but deeper tone of blue. Perfect. I mean, this is perfect summer blue. Just gorgeous. So that was our first coat of Lukewarm Regards. And then our last polish in the Neon Hot Mess Express collection is a purple, and this one is Just Doing My Best, and this is a stunning shade of purple. So a lot of people might be wondering how this compares to Synthetic Symphony, which is a favorite from Orly, and here it is compared. So both are a bright shade of purple, but by comparison, again hopefully on camera the tones are coming through, you have a slightly dustier quality to Synthetic Symphony. Don't get me wrong, it is still a bright color, but just by comparison it's got a slightly, maybe more white in the recipe, whereas you have a more vibrant, almost berry leaning purple in Just Doing My Best, and it's slightly deeper as well. So here's our first coat of Just Doing My Best, and this is such a beautiful color. Look at that. So of course, as a purple fan, I am a huge fan of this one. It is gorgeous. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is actually my first neon collection that I myself have ever purchased. Now I did get, of course, that collection that I've been showing you from the Summer Orly collection from a few years ago, but I don't feel like those were true neons. They were just brights, and I didn't pick it out. I just had a subscription. So in my eyes, this is my first true full neon collection that I've ever purchased. So there's one coat of Just Doing My Best. Alright, so before we get into the limited edition small batches and the birthday polish for Latanya, I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat of our neon collection. Alright, so here we have two coats of the entire Hot Mess Express neon collection. So from left to right in rainbow order, we have Spicy Disaster, Your Hot Mess is Showing, I'm the Problem, It's Me, Hot and Bothered, Everything is Fine, Beautifully Chaotic, Sorry Not Sorry, Perfectly Imperfect, Lukewarm Regards, and Just Doing My Best. So this is how they're going to dry on their own. Like I mentioned, neons do have a tendency of drying to this sort of a matte finish. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a glossy top coat and show you what they look like glossified. And since I only have one bottle of this, and I'm not going to take these necessarily outside for any long-term wear, I'm going to save my Desert Sun for when I actually wear my neons outside. So for the swatches, I'm going to use my LA Colors base coat and top coat combo to add that nice gloss. Alright, and here they are, nice and glossy. What a beautiful rainbow of colors. This I think was a very well thought out collection. I feel you get a variety of colors. I myself personally would have loved to have like an additional purple, of course, but I think we got a beautiful array of these bright summer neons. So can't wait to add these to my summer rack, which is already overflowing with colors, but I have been really enjoying these bright summer shades. So there was the Hot Mess Express Neon Collection. All right, now on to the small batch polishes that I got. The first one is this one called Berry Jam. And like I mentioned, these were limited edition small batches, so I'm not sure how many of these might still be available, if any, currently. But this one I thought was absolutely gorgeous. It is a very deep berry shade with a burgundy lean. In fact, I think on camera, mostly what you're seeing is that burgundy tone. It is jam-packed full of those holographic flakies that I love to see in polish. And there's also something in here that has like a berry flaky. Now that could be the base sort of layering up over some of these flakies, but this is a gorgeous tone. Absolutely stunning. So here is 2 coats of Berry Jam. Look at that on the nail. Absolutely stunning. This one I think is a perfect fall shade, although you could potentially wear this in late summer if you're a seasonal wearer like me. It does have a bit of a vibrant tone, and of course because of the hollow, it adds a bit of that rainbow brightness to it as opposed to a deeper, more moody tone of a burgundy. So lovely color there. This is 2 coats with a glossy top coat. I think this one would look beautiful matte as well. So that first limited edition small batch was Berry Jam. Now we're getting into the birthday polish for Latanya. This one was a must-have. This is 25 and older, and this one is right in there with that kind of a color that I've been really drawn to lately, and that is this bright summer pink full of a blue particle. Now a lot of the other polishes that I've been getting were either much smaller flakies, like I want to say Mooncat's More Kitten was a smaller flaky, or even a large particle shimmer, whereas this is flat out big flakies. So you get these beautiful shifting flakies in blues to purple in this vibrant bright pink. It is stunning. You can see a bit of that aqua pop up there as well. So pretty. So here is that one in 2 coats. Again, absolutely adore this one. It is so pretty and vibrant. One of my favorite color combinations, not just for summer, but just in general. I don't know when this sort of color began to be so me, but it definitely wasn't when I started my nail polish journey, if you will. I would say probably within the last couple of summers since I started wearing colors seasonally. And yeah, something about this just has really grown on me. Absolutely adore it. So that one was 2 coats with a glossy top coat, and that was 25 and older. Then we're on to more of the limited editions. The next one is Spearmint Speckles, and this one I thought was really cute. It is tone on tone. We have a turquoise mint crelly base, and then we have these green metallic flakies. Now these are a smaller flaky, so you get almost the look that you would in, say, a Cert Candy. They are irregular and small. Just a beautiful combination and pretty unique to my collection as well. I love these shades of mint. In fact, I feel like on camera it's coming off a bit bluer than it is in person, but I still didn't have anything like this in my collection. So this was one that I decided to get in their limited editions. They did have quite a lot more. I think they had about 8 to 10 limited editions, and I did only pick 3, so I was trying to behave. This is it in 2 coats with a glossy top coat. Look how pretty. I love these metallic flakies in it. I think it adds such a unique look on the nail. And you do get nice and opaque in these 2 coats. So that one was Spearmint Speckles. And then the last limited edition that I got was Pounding the Pavement. And this one I was really excited to get because it has a ton of those metallic flakies. This time we're dealing with a light dusty purple base, and it is jam-packed full of silver, red, purple, and green and gold flakies. Wow. All the colors. Love these type of flakies. I think there might even be a blue in here. So there's a lot of flakies going on, just absolutely jam-packed in here. You can see one of the bigger gold ones there. So here is that one in 2 coats. Again, this is another pretty unique polish to my collection, and I love this type of finish from Rogue. They do it so well. I think they had a collection of these ooh, maybe last summer or the year before that had these metallic flakies, and I didn't get any of them, and I'm sort of regretting that, but I can't get everything. So I was happy to be able to add this one to my collection and get all of those beautiful metallic flakies. So that is 2 coats with a glossy top coat. So that last one was Pounding the Pavement. And there we have it. That was the Neon Hot Mess Express collection and a few of the limited edition polishes. And let me know down below which ones were your favorites. Did you pre-order the collection, or do you already have a lot of neons in your collection? I know for a lot of nail polish enthusiasts, they probably already have a number of neon collections in their collection already, but like I mentioned, this is the first one that I have purchased, and I'm really excited to wear these for the summer. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at beautiful polish. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day, and if you're new, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and I will see you in that next one.